In this video, I'm going to show you how to use the VFX Connect function in Resolve 15. This basically allows you to, instead of using the built-in Fusion in Resolve 15, if you have a very resource-intensive composition or series of VFX you want to do, if it's really slowing down your Resolve 15, you can basically have it fire up Fusion 9, the standalone version. You could do all your compositing and all your VFX and motion graphics, everything in Fusion 9, which is a little less resource intensive. And then basically once you render it out in there, it'll automatically be connected back into Resolve 15 and appear right on your timeline in your footage. And that way you can do a little more complicated Fusion compositions and then still have it in Resolve 15, use all the functionality of Resolve 15. So basically what you do is you choose a clip where you're going to have your VFX. You right click and come up to New VFX Connect Clip. Now by default, the custom location will be unchecked, and this is probably fine for when you first use it. And it will basically just store it wherever your cache is stored on the drive that you chose for that. So everything that's associated with this will appear there. So you could just keep this name that it gives by default, or you could change it if you want. But basically just until you get used to it, probably just keeping these default settings is perfectly fine. So hit create. Now that'll open up Fusion 9. Of course you have to have it installed on your system for it to work, but it'll open that up. And it basically, into your flow, it brings in your footage from the clip in Resolve 15, and it automatically creates a saver so that once you're done with all your compositing and all your nodes and get this all finished the way you want it to, then you just make sure you have that selected and click render, and it'll render it out. But I'll give an example here. So right now we just have the straight footage from that clip. So I'm going to simply add a text plus node here, merge that with the incoming footage from Resolve 15. And I'll do simple animation here. So just type some text here, and I will set it to 0, the size, set up keyframe. I'll move forward here a little bit. Then I'll increase the size again. Go forward a little bit again. Set another keyframe here, so it'll stay that same size for this second or so. And then I'll go forward again and set it back to 0. So it'll get smaller. Go from small to big to small again. So once you have everything you want done in your VFX, just make sure you have your saver node at the end here highlighted, selected, and click render. And you can just use its default settings here and click start render. Then it'll go through and render out the animation. Once it's finished, just come up to File, Save, and it'll save it in the whatever spot you chose, or the default spot, so that if you open up your project again in Resolve and you want to change what you've done here, you can open it up again, and I'll show you how to do that. So you just click Save, and then you can close out of Fusion. Then if you come back into Resolve and play through, you'll see that the work you did in Fusion 9 will be present in Resolve 15. And it actually changes it if you look down here into a VFX Connect clip 1 here, and it's also up in your media pool here. Now if you're not quite happy with it, you want to change some aspect of it, you can just right click on the clip again. Now you have a menu option for VFX Connect, and you click on Open in Fusion. It'll again open Fusion 9. Then you come in and change wherever you want. So I'll come in and change the color. So I'll come to shading, pick a different color. So I'll pick red. Click OK. Then you just make sure you have the saver selected. Render it out again. And click OK. Save that once again. Again, this is so that if you want to come back to it at a later date, you can still come in here and modify it. Close Fusion 9. Now it doesn't look like it's changed, but if you just come back and play it over again, you'll see the change. And it might take us a few times to connect. And you can also, if not showing up the changes, you can right click on the clip, go into the VFX Connect and click refresh, and that will refresh it so that you see the changes you made. So that's the basics of using VFX Connect in Resolve 15. It can come in very handy if you have a very resource-intensive composition and VFX shot that you want to do, and it's bogging down Resolve 15. If you try to do it within the Fusion tab, you just use VFX Connect, do it in Fusion 9, and then it'll show up in your Resolve 15 project. But that's basically how you use VFX Connect in Resolve 15. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Hope it was helpful, and I thank you for watching.